right, thanks for joining me, everybody, on today, the 15th of December, mid-December. And we already had one game for NFL Week 15. First, we're going to talk about the seedings as of right now. We have in the AFC, two teams have clinched divisions, not just playoff spots, but divisions. And they are number 1 seed, the Chiefs at 12-1, and number 2 seed, the Buffalo Bills, Schalkenators Bills at 10-3. Nobody else has clinched a playoff spot in the American Football Conference. But if the season ended today, you would have two division winners, the Steelers with the 3rd seed at 10-3. And then you would have the AFC South winner as the Houston Texans at 8-5. The wild cards would be the 5th seed would be the Baltimore Ravens at 8-5, and the 6th seed would be the LA Chargers at 8-5, and the 7th seed would be the Denver Broncos at 8-5. On the bubble in the AFC, there are 3 bubble teams. One is Dewey's Colts, the other is Dolphins, and the third one is the Bengals, still hanging in there at 5-8. But all the bubble teams are under 500. The rest, there are 6 teams that are out, eliminated from playoff contention: Browns, Jaguars, etc. A bunch of others, Patriots. Okay, so that's how the AFC seedings are as of right now. All right, in the NFC, the seedings are as follows. There are, just like the AFC, there are only 2 teams that have clinched playoff spots. The first one is the Detroit Lions, still hanging on to that number 1 seed. They got a massive game today at 4:25. Don't miss it. It's going to be huge. It's going to be a Super Bowl preview, perhaps. The Lions at 12-1 are the number 1 seed. At number 2, the Philadelphia Eagles. Everyone's down on them, but they are 11-2. And with a win today, they clinch the NFC East. If the season ended today, the rest of the playoff teams would be NFC West champion Seattle Seahawks at 8-5, and then the lousy NFC South champion would be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 7-6. The wild cards would be, look at this disparagement between 4 and 5, incredible. 7-6 and 11-2. The wild cards would be the top wild card. The 5th seed would be the Minnesota Vikings, no hit Nelly. It's at 11-2. The 6th seed would be the Green Bay Packers, playing well at 9-4, and the 7th seed would be the NFC East Washington Commanders at 8-5. The bubble teams, it's a lot more competition here than over in the AFC. So we have the Rams, who played Thursday. I'm recording this Thursday, and I picked them to win. You saw that in the Bear Scott Stadium video from Thursday. So with a win, they're 8-6. All right, right there. Also on the bubble, 3 6 and 7 teams: the Falcons, the Cardinals, and the 49ers. But I think the 49ers lose tonight. I think they're going to fall to 6-8 and be almost out. A couple of 5-8 teams that are still in it: the Saints and Free Jack Balls Cowboys, still there. Bears stuff. Bear Scott's Bears at 4-9 are still mathematically in the playoff hunt. And Aces Panthers at 3-10. Ain't that NFC South a great competitive division, guys? Still alive at 3-10, regardless of what happens in Thursday night's game. All right. So the Panthers still alive. The only team that is eliminated from the National Football Conference is Joseph and Big Buell's New York Football Giants. All right, let's go to the games at Peter's Picks. Don't worry, Duck. I'm going to make this quick for you this time. All right, let's do this one. Okay. So Thursday night we had the Rams won, right? All right, so Peter's picked that one. All right, the rest of my picks, we have the Sunday games. We have the all right, first one is the Saints and Commanders. This one, oh, you know what? I had this wrong. Let's see, this one. This is okay. So Wash at New Orleans. This is the Jaden Daniels homecoming game, going back to Louisiana in the Superdome. It's not an easy place to play, boys. All right. All right, so I'm going to take the Saints here and maybe Jake Haener. Chase Young revenge game. They also have really good, Kamara. And as long as Jake Haener just distributes the ball, Kamara, great player, and they have some great weapons too. Should be an easy win for the Saints. We have speaking of easy wins, Chiefs and Browns. That's a bye week for KC, even though they might toy with them. Is Butker back yet? They may have that kicker line up and do some like doink field goals just to like insult to injury. So the Chiefs go to 13-1, getting closer to locking up that number 1 seed. All right, Cincinnati at Tennessee. Here we go again, guys. Here we go again. I do like some of the players for the Titans have a really bad offensive line. I'm going to go with the Cincinnati on the road to stay alive at 6-8. I think they're going to win. I'm going to go with the Bengals. I'm not going to get suckered in by the Titans this time. All right, Dolphins at Houston's. Got to go Houston's here. They had a bye, didn't they, last week? So Houston, this is big for them to climb the ladder there. Really get themselves separated in the AFC South. Hope the Steelers lose, which they will, by the way. Where's that game? Right here? Yeah, there you go, Duck. There you go. One of the 425. Go ahead and pick it. So this is big because Houston will be 9-5, and the Steelers will drop to 10-4. So it's going to be a 1-game differential there. Big for the Texans. Big win here over the Miami Dolphins. Bye week for Baltimore. Giants aren't even trying. Baltimore may put in their backups for this one. So Baltimore, that's a big win for them with the Steelers' loss, because that also puts them a game behind and makes that AFC North very, even more intriguing. All right. Jets at Jaguars. Gosh. Jeez. Jets are another team that's eliminated. That's a coin toss game, isn't it? That's a coin toss game. I don't know what to do here, guys. Jets victory pizza. Let's go with the Jets victory pizza. Dallas at Carolina. I like Dallas to win there. They're not going to throw in the towel. They're not going to throw in the towel and lose. So Dallas is going to hang in there and get a win. Okay, go to 6-8. Tampa Bay at the Sunday 4:25 games. Tampa Bay at the Chargers. Very tough loss last week. This is a good game. This is very similar teams, I think. Very similar. In a way, not as far as their building and how how their future and stuff looks really, but I like this game. This is a good one. This is going to be one that's kind of like buried in the national viewings, but because this will get all the highlight, these two will get. These are massive games, and this is a big game here. I'm going to go with the Chargers to win. The Tampa Bay is in a crap division, and so they're not as battle tested as the Chargers. And it's a home game. I just like the Chargers better there. Have a nice rebound, and they looked really good last week, by the way, at times. They really did. On both sides of the ball, holding the Chiefs to 19 points, and yeah, I like the Chargers here. Dewey's Colts at the Denver Broncos. Who's going to win this game? Okay, so it's a tough game for Dewey. I got to go with the Broncos. Donkey's going to win this one, guys. Donkey's going to 9-5. Can you believe it? Man, I really want to pick the Colts to win, though. I really do. I'd love to see them get to 6-7. It's not going to happen. I mean, to 7-7. Not going to happen, Dewey. New England and Arizona. I guess I'll just go with the Cardinals here. They need to get to 7-7. New England's really bad. They're going to need maybe a good offensive lineman, left tackle, maybe for the draft. So we'll talk about that. The draft party 2025. All right. Buffalo, Detroit. This is definitely the game of the week. These two are really the games of the week. This is really the big one because this is the number one seed in the NFC, and then a team that's like really trying to get that number one seed, but they're not going to get it. And this is going to be a second straight loss for the Bills. Okay, so they got to be careful here. Now, thankfully for them, the Steelers will lose. Otherwise, they would drop into third seed. But I got the Lions, on paper and everything, like playing the best in the league. This is going to be a difficult loss for the Buffalo Bills. All right, Green Bay at Seattle. Green Bay at Seattle. And so this one, Packers are playing really well, and Seattle in the lead in their division. We're going with the ball. We're going to score. Hasselback memories. So this one is going to be Green Bay at Seattle. All right. Green Bay at Seattle. This is a pretty big game for the Seahawks, especially with the Rams. But I'm going to go with the Seahawks. I'm going to pick the Seahawks to win this game. All right. Okay, boys. All right. I'm going to go with Monday. We got two games: Chicago and Minnesota. Minnesota. Really, I'm just going for the try. They still have an outside shot at number one. They're here at 5. They have an outside shot at number one. If Buffalo can win there, they win. They're going to win here. They're not. Bears aren't beating them. Sorry, Bears, Scott. They're going to fall to their 10th loss. And then the second game. Dang, this is the hardest one. This was the hardest one for me to pick. Ah, man. Okay. This one is going to be. I like the Packers to still be a playoff team. The Andy's Falcons and Mama's Raiders. This one is going to be. Atlanta's going to come back and have a get to 7-7 and still be in it. Those are my picks, guys. Okay, Rams win. Saints, Chiefs, Houston's, Bengals, Jets, Ravens, Cowboys, Chargers, Broncos, Cardinals, Lions win, Eagles win, Seattle wins. Seattle is such an underappreciated team, by the way, such a underrated team. And then another underappreciated team, Vikings, and then Falcons. All right, that's week 15 of the National Football League. All right, guys, it's going to be, look at the records there. We got someone's going to get eliminated. I think these two are going to get eliminated. Everyone else is going to kind of still hang in there. Yeah, according to my projections, everyone's going to still be hanging in there. Even the Niners at 6-8 when they lose tonight, Thursday night football. We've had videos at Rio, at the beach, at the weird office area, hunting, up in the booth watching the soccer game at my track, and now a whiteboard series in Bear Scott Stadium. Where will it be next week? Will it be skydiving and going with a parachute and doing my picks then? Maybe. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great Sunday. Stay warm and have a great evening. I'll see you tonight for some trivia, boys. Take care.